Mental health problems are the single biggest cause of illness in this country, with more than 1 in 4 of us likely to be affected at some point in our lives. But the stigma and prejudice surrounding mental health means many people find it hard to talk about.
This is the first time since '99 I've talked about it. Even the wife's never heard me talk about it.
It took a lot of guts from me that day. A lot of guts.
It's the most scariest thing. When you went to go and get the camera equipment, I considered just running away and texting, sorry, can't do this.
Wendy is one of a number of Usdaw members that agreed to share their experiences in the hope of giving us all a better understanding of mental health problems such as anxiety, panic attacks and depression.
Just couldn't sleep. But I had no reason. I know I cried a few times, but I don't know why.
I never ever thought I'd get it. Never ever ever. But I got it.
A comment at work and I had to go home. Something I would have dealt with any other day. I couldn't even tell you what the comment was.
And I sat on the floor and that's where I woke up. It felt like the floor had opened and I just sunk.
A bolt out of the blue it was, after being a strong character all my life. Then, yeah, it was a bolt out of the blue.
You just don't know when it's going to happen. It just literally, bang, hits you.
It's like a black cloud that comes over. Just like a black veil.
You just switch off, can't be bothered with everyday things. And
it's like somebody takes away your inner self.
You're down on the ground. You ain't coming back out of that hole.
You're in a little bubble and no one else can get in there to help you, and you get thrown out into the middle of the ocean and all you just see is nothing. You're just all on your own and there's no one to help you and everything just piles up and it's too much.
Like many who suffer from depression, Wendy also has a problem with anxiety.
I get anxious about day-to-day life. I worry about everything. It was my friend's wedding reception, one of the girls at work the other day, and I actually didn't go because I got too worried beforehand. I picked up my dress and everything. When it comes to getting in a taxi to go, I just couldn't do it.
7 million people in the UK have been diagnosed with anxiety problems, and a similar number of people will get a panic attack at some time in their life.
A panic attack, you feel like your stomach's all knotted up inside, you know, and you just really feel like you're going to shake all over, and you know, it's really a horrible feeling.
But despite how common mental health problems are, there is still a perception that those suffering should just pull themselves together and snap out of it.
If you could just snap out of it, it wouldn't be a problem. You just put a smile on your face and carry on, which you can do, but it doesn't go away.
Inside, you're actually, how can I say, really terrified. But you've got to put on that show, oh yeah, I'm okay today.
People are scared to talk about it because they'll be judged. My niece was a solicitor, fully qualified solicitor, 26 years of age. Come on, if she could have spoke about it, she might be here now. She qualified in the January and she took her own life in the February. And it's sad really, because she did have people to talk to. But the profession she was in, to show weakness, isn't the done thing.
Sadly, far too many suffer in silence, unable to reveal their problem, even to those closest to them.
It was a massive scary factor of going to my dad and saying I had it, because I didn't want to be seen as weak. People don't know what it is, so if you say to them you've got a cold or a flu or you're diabetic, people know how to react because there's solutions to that type of stuff. But for depression, people don't know how to react. I didn't know how to react. I just felt I couldn't tell anyone. I was scared. I was scared that people would look at me a different way, talk to me a different way, and treat me differently.
People with mental health problems are reluctant to talk because they know the kind of reaction they'll get from some people.
Sometimes the way people react to you is really hard.
They don't want nothing not to be associated with you because you've still got stigma. Oh yeah, you should be in a nut house.
These cruel and outdated ideas about people with mental illness are being challenged by Usdaw's mental health campaign, aimed at raising the profile of mental illness in the workplace and dispelling some of the myths.
The main thing is to wipe out stigma, that horrible word, stigma, so that people can speak about it.
Brenda set up a mental health information board to raise the profile of the issue in her store and make sure others working there can easily get any information they need.
I monitor my leaflets, and every Monday I count how many's gone, and I'll go to the manager and I'll go, right, there's 5 depression ones gone, you know, so I'm letting him know this works, that we are helping people.
There's a lot more people in this day and age that are suffering from stress, which relates, if you don't keep it in check, then you can get suicide and the rest of it.
If left untreated, stress can lead to mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. Stress can be brought on by major life events or by everyday problems, money worries, caring responsibilities, or issues at work. All things we know many of our members are struggling with right now.
How many people in this shop are actually suffering from some form of depression but will not admit it?
And I think you've got to look for these things, and if you look deep enough, you'll find a lot more people probably are suffering with depression.
Sue has first-hand experience of this, having recently helped a member in her store who found it hard to cope after a death in the family.
Sort of went down the slippery road, through bereavement, into depression, and also then into alcoholism.
Like many people suffering from depression, Sue's colleague tried to hide his problems and pretend everything was fine. But Sue could see the signs.
I could tell he'd been drinking for one thing, but I could see how down he was and how negative he was where his work was concerned. He could do his job fine, but I could see that, you know, he wasn't happy in it. He wasn't in a good place at all. So I took him to one side and we just had a chat. And I said, you know, you've got to tell them how you're suffering. Nobody has to suffer this way. And you don't suffer in silence. So tell somebody about it and we can help you with it.
We hope our mental health awareness campaign will make it easier for people in our workplaces to find help before they reach rock bottom.
I have tried to take my own life before, especially when my mum died. I tried to take my own life when my mum died. I never used to be able to talk to anybody. I would just sit in a room, sit at home, not say nothing, not even to my wife. It's hard, but speak about it because you just end up ill.
We know people who are suffering find it hard to talk, which is why Usdaw's mental health awareness campaign is so important. Usdaw reps have a vital role to play in making sure members with mental health problems get the help and support they need at work.
We all need to recognise it more. People that just don't seem themselves anymore. Maybe they used to be part of a crowd and now they're on the edge, or they don't seem as if they're happy in the role. Lots of pointers, I think. If you look for them, you'll find them.
If someone's sitting on the room, sit with them, ask them how they are.
Yeah, even just if people make sure they say hello, that's a nice start.
Gain the confidence, let them know that you're a friend, and if they've got nobody else to talk to, they can always come to you.
You can talk about anything and you don't even have to approach the subject, but if it makes you feel good, it's better than being in the depths where you feel suicidal.
If people took the time to speak to someone with depression, they'd know we're not three-headed monsters, we're just like everyone else. We've just got bigger battles.